What's up guys, it's Trevor with Embers. Where is my product I'm reviewing? It's because it's outside, because we're cooking outside today. So we're talking pellet smokers today. If you watch our channel, you guys that watch this a lot, you guys all love pellet smokers. There's a lot of pluses to them. Biggest complaint, biggest negative comment we get with pellet smokers is if they sear. So we're gonna actually put one to the test, one that can actually sear. We're gonna try to sear a steak. That's the big question. Can a pellet smoker actually sear a steak? Only one way to find out. Let's go outside. All right, so it's a little windy outside here. Real quick, subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, pound that heart symbol, whatever it is you gotta do, follow us. Also, if you're in the Denver metro area, come to our showroom today. Check this out for yourself. All right, so this is brand new. We're gonna fire it up and let it break in a little bit. This is the Pellet Coyote Grill. So we have not actually cooked on this model. So here's what's so unique about this model and so cool about it. Let's get our cooking grates out of the way. And this is why I think the sear is gonna really work well for us. Okay, so the way pellet smokers typically work is we have a burn pot and then we have a smoke shelf that's gonna stop the direct flame, and then our smoke's gonna come around and sort of create like a convection and cook our food. Traegers work that way. Pretty much a lot of them work that way. The basic Traegers get about 450 degrees. Even the upgraded Ironwoods and Timberlines get 500. Weber smoke fires come out, they get about 600. So it's getting better. But for me, a true sear would be like an infrared gas grill. You're talking 1200 degrees plus. Or like Kamado charcoal, where we can cook over direct flame. Again, we're 1000 degrees plus. Now we're in business. That's what, for me, a true sear is. 700 is still flirting with it. So with this Coyote, Memphis is kind of similar too. Here's our burn pot, but check this out. So this is where our fire is gonna be. And we can take out this little insert here and then drop this insert in. Boom. We're gonna be cooking over direct fire using pellet. So we get all the benefits of pellet as far as perfect temperature control, but we get the added benefit of extra heat. But the question is it gonna work how we want it to? Let's fire it up, baby. All right, I'm using some Traeger pellets today just because it's what we happen to have around. All right, locked and loaded. We are ready to go on this. Hey, what are you doing, man?
I'm getting ready for my steak.
I'm doing a video right now. You want to cook your steak on here?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I'm going gas.
You're really messing up my vibe. We always like to cook on gas, but today we're trying pellet. Come on, man. All right, let's fire it up, baby. So here's the advantage, again, go with pellet smokers, is one, I have my meat probes, which we'll use to register our temperature. And then you see I have perfect temperature control here. So I just turned it on, set it at 699 degrees. That's as hot as it's gonna get. Let's see if we can get it a little hotter. Yeah, 700 is the max. So now we've set it in grill mode. Actually, let's set it in sear mode. High sear. I would think this thing would sear if it has a sear button. Just me going on a limb here, but that's my thought. All right, we're gonna get some recordings of this. Let's open this up so we can sort of watch our pellets kind of start to go to work in here. And then we're gonna let the grease burn off for a bit. All right, get in here, Chris. We're in business. So you can see we got our burn pot, our flame's starting to go. So now I'm gonna put everything in here because you want everything hot. If we're gonna sear, we're gonna want our cooking grates as hot as they can get. So we're gonna set these up, then we're gonna cook right over the middle. let's go prep our steaks. All right, if you guys have watched me do steaks before, you know I like them super simple. I like them high heat seared. I like a little bit of olive oil to give us a nice little crust, and then our olive oil also acts as a binder for our seasoning. And I don't like to get too cute with seasoning. You can see right here, salt, pepper. That's all you need for a steak, I promise you. All right, come check this out. Oh yeah, we're in business, baby. See, we're getting some discoloration. That means we're starting to run pretty hot. I'm gonna give this a couple more minutes because I want this thing as hot as possible. But we're getting there. Only one way to find out. Let's throw on a ribeye. Looks like it's working. So we're gonna give these about a minute each side, then we're gonna flip them. All right, we've given this about a minute. So let's flip these bad boys and see if we got the sear marks how we wanted to. Oh yeah, look at that. Get in there. That is what I'm talking about. Am I seeing okay, Chris, or is that seared?
They look seared to me.
All right, let's keep those above the flame. So let's give these a few more minutes. Check this out. So our meat probe here says we're at 91 degrees. The sunlight's terrible. 91 degrees. So we'll pull these at about a $1.10, $1.15 and let them rest. So let's give them a few more minutes. Well, it officially works. This pellet smoker can sear, and that's what it's all about for me cooking steaks, is I want something that can sear. This pellet smoker does the job. So far, this is 1 out of 2 pellet smokers that I know, the Memphis being the other one, that will allow us to sear and get this hot. So far, it's passing the sear test. We won't know for sure until I actually pull it off and taste it. But this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want, because people love pellet. They love how hard they are to screw up. You basically turn it on like an oven, set your temperature, done, easy. Set it and forget it. But they've always missed that sear factor. This one does both. Also, what's really cool about it is you can do it as a built-in. So you don't have to do this as a cart, and it's gonna look good in your outdoor kitchen. That's the problem with like Traegers and some of the other barrel smokers, is they don't really fit in an outdoor kitchen application. This is something that would fit really nice in an outdoor kitchen. All right, I'm gonna give these one more flip. Look at that. Look at that bubbling and searing. It's getting us a nice crust. That's what we want. All right, guys, time to pull these, take them inside. One more toss just for fun. Oh yeah. That's a good sear. The guys love it when I'm doing cooking videos because they know they get steak for lunch. Win-win. I'm gonna power this down too. All right, now that I'm done, I'm gonna power this down. Just holding the stop button, and she's stopping. Let's take these inside and let them rest. All right, only one way to find out if our sear worked. So let's get in here. Cut this off, save that for later. All right, let's see. We definitely am getting that crust. So our sear worked. If you're not familiar why you need a sear, the biggest reason is to lock in those juices. So it's definitely nice and juicy. That's really important. So obviously if you can't sear, you're gonna have a dry steak, and that's the problem with pellet smokers. This, we accomplished that. So our pellet smoker accomplished a lot of things. It checked a lot of boxes for us today. 1, easy to use. 2, we have perfect temperature control with a meat probe. 3, we have the ability to sear. 4, because it's wood pellet, it actually creates a smoke flavor. And I'm picking up actual smoke in this, which you're obviously not gonna get from a gas grill, even though it will sear. So that's why that particular pellet smoker is so awesome. For me, if you're gonna go pellet, I'm a big fan of gas. I like to kind of have a machine of each. But a lot of people just like one machine, or that's all they have room for, or that's all the budget can afford. If you're gonna go just pellet, spring for something that can get you a nice sear mark, unless you don't eat red meat, but why are you barbecuing if you don't eat red meat, am I right? Anyways, that thing checked a lot of boxes for us. Now it's time for lunch. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks so much. Make sure to subscribe. See you guys later.